Hi everyone, how's it going? Right, I finally managed to get that chassis built and got it all milled and CNC yesterday at work, so I sorted that out. So as you can see, those holes, they're quite, I mean you could never, well you could do them, but you wouldn't want to do them by hand. So luckily enough I managed to get that done on the CNC. That's what's been holding me up really. I was hoping to get all this done ages ago, but then I had that little trip to hospital. Then I was 8 days in hospital afterwards, so yeah, so that's where it all went a bit wrong. And then obviously getting back to work and stuff, so everything had to go on hold. But we're back now, and it's all looking good so far. All the linkages I've left on. Where's that piece of metal? Yeah. Just going to show you. Basically, on this side, I've got a metal plate. Because on this chassis, you can see what I did was I glued a piece of wood and I mounted the servo there. And obviously the exhaust's going to sit on this side. On this one, I've cut it a little bit shorter. The reason why I didn't cut this extra piece onto the chassis was the CNC machine only really takes flat pieces of profile. Otherwise the clamps that hold everything down would possibly catch, and it wouldn't, there's no real way of getting around that, unfortunately. So it wouldn't clamp in the machine correctly if I'd cut an extra piece out. So what I'm going to do is I've sort of ground a little bit off there, so that will sit on the chassis about there, and then I'll mount the servo here. Obviously I'm going to cut a piece off. It's not going to be this big, but that'll sit there, and I'll put 3 or 4 screws underneath, and I'll screw that up into this through the chassis, and then that should hold it quite stiff. Should be quite tight on that then, and then I can mount the throttle and brake servo there. It would have been nice to have had it on the inside, but obviously there's no room at all. The only other way around that would have been to have had some longer exhaust manifolds coming out, and I would have ended up with exhaust out here somewhere. That's not really what I wanted. I wanted to put the body on the car this way round. I might still be able to. I'll probably have to cut a little slot out of the body, but that'll look a darn sight better than a bare chassis. We'll see anyway. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is how far I've got with it so far. And I just thought I'd do this video just to give you an update really on how far I've got with it. I'll say they've all been milled. That's a closer look at it. So it looks untidy. That was because the tool was a little bit blunt, but it's not as bad as it actually looks. It looks better in person than it does on the camera. So, but you wouldn't want to cut them by hand. Anyway, what else can I tell you? Yeah, let me just get a few bits. This is roughly what I'm going. This is how I'm going to have it, a finished article when it's all done. I'll just line a few bits up for you now, so you can see that's all going to sit about there. So that'll be straight to that. And obviously the fuel tank will go somewhere around here, like that. Let me just line that up. So that'll be something like that. And then obviously, when the exhaust pipes are on, that'll sit underneath there. Let it go under there, like that. Just push that on. Oh, it's quite tight on that rubber. There we go. That'll be something like that anyway. That one on this side. I probably mounted them the wrong way round. Obviously I can't do much else with it at the moment, but that's a roughly how it's going to be. Then obviously I've got to find some way of mounting these air filters. I'll say with the body on, I was hoping to mount them so that I could have the body, but I think I might have to have the air filters facing outwards, or I'll have that one facing inwards. This one I'll have to sit to the side, but we'll see. But yeah, that's something like what it's going to be like when it's complete. I might have to take this plate off because that seems to be in the way. But that is roughly how it's all going to sit. Like that. Roughly. But yeah, so that's what it's going to look like. And obviously with it'll have the servo this side. So that plate should sit about there. Maybe I'll have to lift the exhaust up just slightly. This is what I'm saying, it's just getting things to fit. I'll say these just to show you roughly where it's all going to go, but that'll sit like that. And then it'll all fit. Everything could go together. Like I say, it's just a rough idea of how things are going to be. But yeah, I just thought I'd do this quick video just to show you how far I've got, and I'm getting somewhere now. So it's just a case of probably drilling 5 more holes just to get these in place, and then another three, possibly 4 little holes. Mount that extra piece of aluminium plate to there, and then mount the servo. That'd be the first job, to be honest. I want to get that servo mounted in the correct position, then I can set all the throttle and brake up first. The steering servo and the fuel tank's not going to be an issue at all. That'd be quite easy to sort. And yeah, that's about it really. Like I say, this is just a short video just to show you how far I've got with it, and that it is starting to get done now. That was the main issue, that chassis was the main thing. That was the bit that was holding me back, but now that's sorted, you can start getting a move on with it, and hopefully we can have this up and running. The only thing is I've just got to order a couple of bits. I'll have to order another exhaust mounting post there for the front to hold it on the front. I've got to get, I might have to get another clutch bell, because I think that one's not going to be no good. It does line up. I'm going to have to bring the engines forward just slightly. That one lines up. This one, well, I might not even have to buy another clutch bell. I think I might get away with that. Yeah, I'll just bring the engines forward. Because I've got plenty of washers on this side, I'll probably have to put the washers on the inside to bring that clutch bell forward on this one. And yeah, that's about it really. The only thing I did find that actually, well, I wouldn't say that it's gone wrong, but the rear dog bone, when I milled out the engine mounting parts, I could have done with bringing the holes for the back wheel probably 1 or 2 millimeters in, which when I checked it against the original chassis, it was 2 millimeters inwards, where when I done the mock-up on the other one, I milled it and it was 2 millimeters back. It was my fault. I misjudged it. I got my calculations wrong on that. It don't sound a lot, 2 millimeters, but it is quite a bit when it comes to this, and it's sort of rattling about and it could jump out. So what I'm going to do is just pack them out with some O-rings on the inside, and then that'll stop that dog bone from sort of really wobbling about. Apart from that, no, there's no other issues. So it's really just a case of me just drilling 5 holes to mount the steering servo and the fuel tank, and probably 3 or 4 holes just to mount this, and that'll be it. Like I say, can't really tell you much else, but that is as far as I've got with the car. That's all made now, and just thought I'd give you this quick update and let you know how I've got on. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully by the time I'll see you next time, I'll have a big smile on my face, car will be up and running and everything will be sorted. Like I say, I've just got to wait for some parts to arrive now, and I must order those things for the exhaust, and then that should be it. And then hopefully I can do a video of this up and running very soon. Right, I'll catch you all later.